I'm back in Skyrim. In the last episode, we completed the Cult of Nidhogg after a little bit of trying to get him to piss and work because he just wants to be a bastard like that. But we finally got it working and finally managed to get it completed. In this episode, we are going to carry on with the journey to Drakos. Technically, the first three parts are already done because the first three parts they're not like dungeons or like that. If you're unaware of what the Journey to Drakos is, it's a mod series that I created. I seem to be going through a lot of my mods, but that's because I've already got them on. But I'm open to suggestions for any of the mods to look at. But it's good. But I'd say but really for those kind of for that kind of thing, it would be better if you do. It's just to me more like kind of more like dungeony kind of mods or quest or mods with actual like quest lines and stuff like that. Not, but but to not to worry about suggesting like a new weapon or a mod that changes the effects of the weather or something like that. Because those kind of mods are but obviously better for actual like sort of like video that basically it gives you a few new mods of the week or whatever, or new mods that are coming out that week or whatever, something like that, like a countdown video, top 5 video or something like that. Whereas my series is more you going through the actual game and going through the actual mods. So for my series, it's better for mods that are sort of like quest lines or dungeons or quite larger, sort of more larger scale. And so back to what the Journey of Drakos is. It's a 5-part series mod that I created a little while back. And the first 3 parts are, first 3 parts are pretty simple. Part 1 is an alien race who I'm playing as. The alien race, they're nothing, obviously due to limitations of PS4, they don't look extremely different. They they look like the High Elves basically, because they are in the lore for the game also known as the Heartland High Elves. There you go, I'll get it right around. So they kind of look so basically they look the same as High Elves, but but in general their stats are a little bit higher. They got a little bit more health to start with, a little bit more stamina, a little bit more magicka to start with. They do have the armor of Umaril at the beginning of the game as well, which increases your health by 100 points, heals you for 100 points, increases your magicka by 100 points. For 180 seconds, nearby opponents take 8 points of shock damage and half magicka damage. So those increase health and heals and increases magicka also last for 180 seconds or 3 minutes. Active effects wise, I think they have a higher magic resistance, and I think also the magic is actually also fortified as well. So they're like a high elf, but just a bit stronger and more specialised in alteration magic than any other magic, tying in with the lore of the aliens. Part 2 was the House of Jacks, which is the building I'm currently using as my home. Again, it's just a house mod, play at home. You don't have to go for and do anything special to get it. You don't have to try and obtain the key from somewhere to get for over that. You just go to it and it's yours. There's no task or anything that you have to complete. It's just there, you go to it, you get in the house, bosh, it's yours. Part 3 is another house mod, set up to be a house mod, but it's called the Baraka, which is basically a boat, which I am going to be going to now. So that's where I want to go next. And it's just basically a boat. It's a boat. It's basically set up to be like a mercenary pirate-y kind of boat. Unfortunately, you can't use it to travel anywhere. Unfortunately, or anything like that. That's again limitation to PS4. But you can still use it as a home. You have your own workshop in there. You got all the stuff you need for smithing, enchanting, alchemy. But there was also a small crew of people on inside as well, who all actually act as merchants. So, and each one specialises in their own thing. So you got one who does alchemical stuff. You got one who does magic. One who does all your blacksmithing. You got one that does your general stuff. This is the inside of the Baroque. But the merchants all have their specialities, and so there's like Lesnar here. He's just like a general merchant, but you will realise that their faces look a bit like he's got white arms, but he's basically got the head that should look like it should be on a red guard. He wasn't designed like that. There's people who if you do modding yourself, you'll probably be aware of that. There is a face glitch that can happen, and it has. I think you can fix it. It's just a pain in the ass to do it. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to fix. And there was a point where I did update this, and it did actually work, and it was fine. But it seems to have reverted back to the way it was now. And I'm not going to update it again now to try and fix that, because I'm busy working on another mod at the moment. So. And it has all the other house immunities. I did go through all this in a previous episode, but I thought I'll just quickly give you a recap on the journey to Drakos. Throughout the thing, when you go into the House of Jacks, you do find a book. You can't remember if I still got the book. If I do, it's back at the house, so I'm not going to bother grabbing it. But all it basically does, it explains what's inside the house, what you can find inside the house that you won't find anywhere else. And it does start explaining the story behind the entire series of the mod. Which is basically your Uncle Jax is basically gone off to do some research into the aliens. And also, whilst doing research in the aliens, he's come across something called Drakos, which ties in with the aliens in what I've created within the story anyway. But he's gone a minute missing, and then. And he does explain about the Baroque horror. So then you come to the Baroque horror. Now there is a book down there, but I'm not going to read that book just yet, because I want to read what's in here, in the captain's quarters, or basically what would be your part of the boat. And I'm going to read the note that is actually on this table. For all apologies. Some people might recognise that. I think like, oh man, that sounds like a Nirvana song. It is. This is the note that you find in the captain's quarters. Actually leads you to what would be part 4 of the mod, and the book that's in the main hold of the ship is what will lead you to the finale of the mod. Let's have a look. I knew I should never have taken my crew to that blasted lonely mountain in the tundra with that Jack fella. I mean, what kind of place did he take us to? We go in, Jack died pretty much as soon as we set foot in the place. That monster made short work of him. And then before we know it, an almighty sound rings throughout the place and everything goes dark. I come back around and all my crew are screaming about a thing called Drakos. I saw it myself, and I have no idea what it was. But all I know is that whatever it was, it has cost me and my crew, and now my mind is starting to go. All of my crew have been taken away by the city guards and been taken to Merith Insane Asylum. But I have no idea where that is. Won't be surprised if I end up there myself as soon as whatever that Drakos thing did. It has caused all of my crew to lose their minds, apart from the few that stayed on the ship. Now, I know that Jack fella said that he had left behind for his niece or nephew, I can't remember now. But either way, if by any chance that you, the niece or nephew, find this letter, then my condolences about your uncle. And I leave you my ship, and the remaining crew, I'll instruct them to treat you as the owner of the ship. Captain Otero Nelson. Signing out. Right. So just in case you couldn't understand what the hell I was saying, because I was doing a really shitty accent. Basically, the crew went to where this chamber, where Drakos is supposed to be, and they kind of saw him to a degree. But basically, it drove everybody mad. Everybody who went there was got driven mad in the end. Apart from Uncle Jack, because he died. he just straight up died. The captain didn't go insane straight away. I know, probably, you could look, you could figure out into your own theory to why. But I suppose the best theory for that idea is basically, maybe he was a bit more stronger minded than the rest of the crew. Apart from the people who are actually out on the ship, not still on the ship, those basically the ones that, as he said, basically didn't go. So that's why they are still around, and then all, but the rest of the crew is not here because they've all gone to the insane asylum. But I think I suppose to show his sign of madness, he left you this entire boat. It says condolences and all that. But really, do you really think a sea captain or mercenary captain or whatever you want to call him would leave you their entire boat? No, he must have been mad to do that. So we are now going to go off to the Merith Insane Asylum. Now I know Merith has some kind of tie to the Elder Scrolls, but I can't remember exactly what it was again. When we point out, I can't remember, but I know it does have some kind of tie-in to the game. Well, not so much the game, but Elder Scrolls itself. But I can't remember. I mean, you should be able to just look. You could probably just look it up as well. I mean, I might look it up myself, and if I'm able to find out what it was, I'll put it just at the top of the screen, just for anyone who's actually interested. So we now got to go off to the Insane Asylum. It's gonna take a couple minutes to get there, because unfortunately I can't just fast travel there. Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck here. But just to point out where it is on the map, it's this one here. We are going to there, Merith Insane Asylum. So just place the marker. There you go, bosh. It's pretty much outside Rorikstead. That's all you gotta do. Is just basically just head off to Rorikstead, and it's like just outside of town. So I will see you when I get basically to the asylum.
He's gonna run off, he died literally right in front of you. That scream is fucking messing up your eyesight, isn't it? Ding 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 ding. Butterflies. There will be spoilers. Ooh, the dragon. Ooh, hello, dragon. Ooh, run. Fight the dragon. Like the fun gets. Anyway, fuck. No need to get everywhere. Oh, sneaking through. I don't think this is gonna be hard to fight. We'll see what happens. See, how are you? How do you, Baltic? Fight the dragon! You can't hit me that hard. No music in this part. Because he's gonna be literally down in 2 seconds. We're gonna go do that, and... Oh, I thought. That's me sword. Let's get that back into first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think done. I love that. Look at that. Yeah. I've always seen Pokemon. Woo! Oh, bleed. No bleed. Again, come back to Pokemon, I don't know why. What's going to happen? Pikachu's going to come out and go, Pikachu! And strike me down with furious thunder. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. You just got a fucking sword in your neck. And died. With a bit more than a fucking scratch. Just don't use it in the name of my name to say, back second measure of all, it's full order. You're always paying with a contract, failure is not an option. See, Astrid never brings that up. She never brings it up for you. You know, say if you killed like 15 of those guys, and then you join the Dark Brotherhood. How come she doesn't go like, oh yeah, you owe us some new people because you killed 15 of the family? Obviously, family doesn't matter to you that much, does it? You backstabbing bitch. I think she does stuff in the back anyway, so kind of makes sense. Is there any yeah. Yeah, there is better ways to spend the day rather than drinking alcohol all the time. I know. Oh, fine. No idea, I did that. But yeah, that's all it's all about. Yeah, there's many more better things you could be doing with your day rather than just fucking drinking ale. Oh, no, definitely, hello. We're gonna have to fight you as well. But you would also go down in a cool seconds. So what the fuck is my difficulty at this very quickly, wasn't it? Settings, gameplay, not master. Master it is. I mean, changing it to then, you know, isn't gonna make a normal everyday dragon that much fucking harder. You know, so it's kind of pointless. Let's go. Right. Yeah, you gotta go in here somewhere. It's not loading yet.
Right. We're here basically where... Okay, you can't see it at the moment because it hasn't loaded in. Because, I don't know, draw distance or whatever. Okay, what the hell's going on there? Graphical bug. There's supposed to be a path here, because you can see I've drew the path. And that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. So, graphical bug. Right, so there we are. There's a big ass building appearing out of nowhere. So, whoa, big building. Which it looks a bit dodgy when it's trying to load it in because it keeps them like, missing stuff out. But it does, as you can see, it does load stuff in eventually. As you can see, it's a very big building. There isn't like multiple layers to this sort of thing. It's just one big ass building. But no wonder why they went insane. There's no fucking windows. So, as you will see, when you first get here, you will find a Dragon Priest dagger outside. No, it's nothing special. It's just a standard Dragon Priest dagger. But you'll also find this note. To Drakos, I give you my soul. It's a bit hard to read because of all the blood. Tonight I sacrifice myself to Drakos and bring my fellow brothers in arms. I plead to Drakos, the Undying, that may our souls quench his thirst, or may we be doomed to walk the grounds of our sacrifice until our souls are set free. And that's all you got. Now, I think there's like one or two more books in here that you can find. Lore, which I'm going to be trying to find them as well. So let's go in. But I think, again, the same as with the Nidhogg mod, I think, unless you have a mod that affects the way that followers work, I think in general, followers won't follow you inside. So if you go in here, you're literally in here on your own. You're in here by yourself. It's nothing too difficult, apart from maybe the one guy who should attack me, but I'm known for him to be a bit funny from time to time. Alright, and the first thing you see is the dead Garner spike. And fire. Everywhere. As you can tell, shit went down. Let's have a look, shall we? Right, I'm going to get me shield up. Ooh, so much fire. So first of all, we're going to go off up that way. Ooh, there's a ghost. And more dead people hanging and burning to death. What? Well, there's no point in me fucking sneaking. Hello, ghost. So, crazy schizophrenic. And... oh, God, oh, okay, it's become a bit of a different person. We take these... we know to take a bit of beating, these guys. I'm gonna probably change the angle around. There are different ghosts in here as well who have a bit more slightly nice thing. The crazed schizophreniacs just have general stuff. The ones that you will be mainly interested in how to look at is the crazed psychopaths. Because you have crazed schizophreniacs and crazed psychopaths. The schizophreniacs, they just have like normal clothing and a knife. Just, literally a knife. But the psychopaths will actually have weapons and art. With the psychopaths themselves will have weapons and armor. So this guy had wolf armor. Wolf hair. And there's a box. What's in the box? Ooh. And there's another dead person there, though. So let's carry on. And I shall keep an eye out for secrets and law books and other stuff. Let alone keep an eye out for bloody ghosts. Ah, ghost. Right, what have we got next? We got in here next. Oh, we got a psychopath in here. That's just, and there's a psychopath. Hello, psychopath. What you got, psychopath? What do you do? There's something you will realise. Well, as you've been going through this, as you go through this, you got one wing, which is all male, and one wing that is all female. I've wanted to put a bit of an element of like actual realism to it to a degree. So you got one side that's all male, one side that's all female. So this guy, he had full set Daedric armor, and a Daedric sword. I'm not going to take the Daedric armor, but that's what he had. So it's a good place to get some armor, but these guys are kind of strong, so you do have to be, or they can be, I think. Depends on your level and what difficulty you're playing it as, I suppose. But they have some good stuff. Especially the guys with the Daedric stuff. They have, get a load of them. Hi, Ghosty. Come here. I want to kill you all over again. Oh, look at that, you're dead already. Hey there. Oh, hi. There's schizophrenic. Schizophrenia. Oh, more ghosts. Oh, and another lot of dead people. And blood all over the wall. My god, these guys are messy. But see, now that I've completed, this is the thing, now that I've completed the called Nidog mod, and I have the shield, and I have that spell, which is called Solar Flare. It's so easy to get through these places. Seriously easy. Ooh, big box. What's in the big box? Ooh, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. And that's about it. I would like to think I'm generous with the spells and armors and weapons I've created over the past couple of years. Ooh, hello. I'm coming to kill you. But first of all, I'm gonna knock you over. As you can see, as you might be able to see, this guy has a full set of women armor, or dwarven, I suppose. It's just taking forever to die. Go on, you bastard, die, you bastard, die. 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 Oh, and he did. He did it. Alright, so I think there is a book up here somewhere. I think it's on this floor. Let's have a look. See if we can find it. So in here, this is not like a shit ton of loot. But there's a little bit of loot dotted around the place. A little bit of loot here, a little bit of loot there. But most of it is supposed to have been destroyed and things because basically this insane asylum just went to hell. It went down the rabbit hole of madness. Right, so first we have this spell tome called Riot Control. I'll take that. What does Riot Control do again? I can't directly remember. Riot Control burns the target 75 points per second. Target on fire takes extra damage. I think it does paralyze as well, I think. No, it does the force push. There is one that does a paralyze, but I think it's a different spell, but it is in the same mod. So we've got Riot Control. So we'll just get that out and we'll just have a look. So I'll show you what show you what that does. We'll have a look what it does. See, it's a novice spell, costs you nothing to cast. Mainly because it was supposed to be used by people who worked here, so just in case if they weren't very good at magic, it's nice and easy to use. Yeah, you can't really complain. No, yeah, free magic. Ooh, hello door. What's going on in here? Well, I don't know what the fucking hell I just walked into. Now you see, now I don't know if this kind of setup with all these burnt bodies laid out all over the place and dead and just a shit ton of death with a shit ton of blood all over the fucking wall, It's either a look into their minds, or the people here, or if it's a look into my own mind. Maybe I should be in this insane asylum. You know, because I'm burning I'm designing it with blood all over the place, burning bodies on stakes, loads of dead people all in one room, burnt to death with blood all over the fucking wall, people being hanged. There you go. There's another hanging man right there. At least it kind of looked like a suicide. so this thing, it gets a bit dark. It gets a little bit dark in this place. And I don't mean just lighting. I mean the actual atmosphere of it. It's a bit morbid. Torturous ways of killing people, suicide, madness. I don't know whether I should put a little disclaimer at the beginning of this video, just to explain, and to say that there may be some things in this mod cover as sensitive subjects, or cover subjects that some people may find a bit sensitive. I don't know. Something I may just have to do. I don't know what I know what because you get some people who may have just recently lost someone to suicide. So all it will take is just somebody to mention suicide, and it may sort of like upset them. So I may put that in, even though some people might think like, oh, there's no need to. It's only a game. Yeah, but I just want to be nice. I want to be nice. So this side was the male wing. So we now go into the female wing. But yeah, but the disclaimer thing I may just do. Right. So this is right control. Yeah. Nope, no you don't. That was Soda Wind. Oh, hello. You got armor. You're dead. I'm getting bombarded by women. Only one problem. Well, two problems. One, they're all dead. And two, it's a shame it's not real life. Yeah, I don't tend to get bombarded by women in real life, unfortunately. Oh, well, these guys are taking a bit of a beating, aren't they? God. Good now. Die, psychopath. Die. Oh, you're a different psychopath. Oh God, damn it. Yeah. Alright, let's just. Alright, you dead? I don't know if you're dead. No, you're not. You're not dead. You're almost dead. Alright, now you're dead. What did you buff? Oh, you had scaled armor. Oh, yeah, I think the female ghosts, they tend to have more your light armor. The male tend to have more the heavy armor. So it depends on what kind of armor you would tend to wear yourself. Depends which side would be better. If you're a user of light armor, then the female side would be more where you'll probably end up going or wanting to go. If you're aware of heavy armor, then it'd be the males, the male wing. So it just depends which wing you're going on to. Hello. More people. And they're all dead. Again, the female schizophrenics are exactly the same. They don't have. They just have normal ragged clothes and a knife. They just come at you with a knife. Oh, do I open this door? Hello? More gruesome scenes. Well, this guy paled upside down through the bone that connects the rib cage together and his stomach, by the looks of it. This guy got it through the neck, as well as burnt, and this guy just got it through the stomach. But yeah, again, lots of blood, lots of death. The darkness continues. Anyone else down here? Oh, there's a box over there. What's in the box? Yeah, I'll take that. That'll be it. Alright. Next floor. Oh, hello, Ghosty. Ghosty! Yeah. Oh. Now take out the ghost. You can see, as you might be able to see, this one has the glass armor. Yeah. That's why it's probably take a bit more of a beating. There you go. Ugh. Takes ages. Hi. Stalemate. Alright, just go around the corner and then there's three ghosts just stand on top of the stairs. He's like, hi. How are you? Right, dead, and now you got the psychopath. Yeah. Take out the psychopath. There. Right, you're dead. Shouldn't be that many more ghosts left in here, I don't think. We'll just carry on going looking for sea rooms. Let's see what do we have. Oh, there's another one over here. What do we got here? Right, so we have another spell, which is known as sedative. Creatures and people up to level 50 won't fight for 60 seconds. Targets that fail to resist are paralyzed for 15 seconds. You know, so it's a calming spell, but it also paralyzes. Yeah, fuck it, why not? But as you see, there is another note here, and we have a read note to the authorities, which obviously was never fucking delivered because it's right here. So let's have a look what we got on here. Oh god, it's a bit hard to read again because of all the fucking blood. More blood! Hooray! Right. To whoever finds this note, please take this note to the guards of Whiterun and inform them of what has happened at the asylum. To explain to you what has happened here is that it all began when we took in those crazed mercenaries who would not stop screaming out about this thing called Drakos. It just first started out with them having what I can only assume was night terrors. They would wake up in the middle of the night screaming, Drakos, Drakos, my undying lord, feast on my soul and deem my soul worthy to join with yours. This went on for a short time, and then the scratches and self-harm started to begin. We would find them in their cell rooms with cuts across their wrists and blood on the walls. We managed to save some, but not all. After some time, this started to take its toll on the other patients, and they too began to scream out about the Drakos. But as one could possibly imagine, the patients who started this were not happy and began to act very aggressive towards the other patients. A couple of nights ago, we found patients who were not part of the Drakos group, dead in their rooms, with their eyes missing and their tongues cut out. I can only assume that this is to symbolise to the other patients that they are not worthy of seeing Drakos and not to speak of him according to the Drakos group. Last night we had a non-patient come into the grounds of the building and for unknown reason committed suicide on the grounds. But what is unusual is that I think the man was a dumner. But also talked about this Drakos, which I cannot make sense of as all of the other Drakos patients are Nords. I hope that I can get out of here fast enough to inform the guards of what is happening. But all the patients are being killed, but I can't not see what is killing them. They are all screaming about ghosts, but the Drakos group is not being targeted. I can only hope that I can get out of the asylum before I am attacked, or even killed by this gut. Well, obviously he didn't make it. Obviously he died. Dead fucker. So we got one ghost over there somewhere, and we got one ghost up here somewhere. Hello, ghosty, ghosty, kaboom, and bleh. A ghosty kaboom. Die. Get out of that view because it keeps bobbing up and down continuously. Yeah, right, dead ghost. Ooh, box. I'll take that. I'm back with them. Right. So there is one more dot left. It's obviously symbolising one more person. there is another part to this place. One last little part to this place. And another door. Oh dear. Oh, at least they cleaned up. There's no blood everywhere. But kind of, oh dear, that's right through the spine. Nope, that's right through where his heart would be. That's right through his fucking skull. Skull, heart, and ass. Ooh, painful. Just literally just fucking impaled in the ground. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how to fucking. I never managed to actually. I never actually really thought to think of how the hell did the people do this in this place. I suppose being a bit, once you're going a bit mad, you know, maybe they were a bit stronger. Mind you, it was saying that a lot of them were Nords. Nords are quite strong people. It's doable. Alright, but now to the final little part of this dungeon. Just gotta find the actual way out, bloody now. Right, over it. Now, we have got one more little part, but I've got to think. But I know sometimes from time to time, this guy doesn't attack. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't, or he will attack you in the end, but he doesn't attack you straight away, and it's. Oh, I don't know how to really. I don't know why it does that. It might just be the way that I've got him set up. But all you gotta do is there's a little obviously doorway here, and we go down these stairs, down here, until we get to this block. Ah, he's not attacking me. I don't think. We're just gonna surely go in. And there you go. It's the captain of the ship. He finally made it to the asylum, and he was the one who fucking committed suicide. Now, just in case people weren't, don't join the dots or anything like that. He was the one who committed suicide outside of. Well, it's the way that I intended it to be anyway. Is that he committed suicide outside of the dungeon of the asylum, and he was also the ghost that people kept screaming about when they in one note where they said they kept screaming about ghost. He was the ghost. That's the way that I was intending it to be set up. Right, so I'm just gonna quickly save it because this is the thing. This guy, he has 3 spells that he can conjure up an animal, which can cause a bit of a problem. Problem is, I don't know which one he's going to conjure up. Plus, also, he's supposed to be. I did design him to be a bit strong as well. So we are going to attempt him, and hopefully I'll be able to get him done, and hopefully it won't kill me straight off the bat. So initiate fighting sequence. But right, yeah. Right, keep it down, keep it up down, take him out. See, thanks to having Solar Wind and the Spider Sword, this guy, I just got a whale on him. This whale. So, see, it's very useful. See, I think I do make some good spells and shit. I'm just getting this guy stuck in this corner here. Magical Hello, okay. So he's not really going to get that much of a chance to conjure anybody up, I don't think. So we're just going to keep him down. Keep him down. Keep him down. Yeah. Keep him down. Go. Get down. Get down, you bastard. Right. And that's him dead. Takes a bit of weight. But that's the thing. If you're not able to take him down in the same way that I just did with the Solar Wind and the Paralyze, he probably is a bit more of a pain in the ass. But obviously I've done this in a good order. And bosh, he's done. So let's have a look. What does he have? He has Alien Silver Shield. Yeah, obviously it's just Shield from the Dawn Guard. I am going to go through. I'm going to just pick up what he has now, and I will go through what they do in the next video, because I am going to have to unfortunately stop recording in a minute because of my recording limitations on the PS4, because it's fucking pointless and rubbish. But I will be doing the finale as well, or at least attempting to do the finale. I'll probably be able to do most of the finale. I'm just not entirely sure about Drakos. But I will see when I get there. So, I will see you on the other side of the transaction. Right, and we're back. Unfortunately, the fucking original recording I had didn't save. I didn't get all the way to the end, so that's kind of a bit of a bonus. But I got quite far, and then the video didn't fucking save. So I've had to literally go back all the way through the fucking dungeon from where I was. Put everything back to the way it was, get everything set back up to the way it was originally, and get back outside. So I could actually show you where it is on the map. So, we are heading into the Chamber of Drakos, which, as you can see, basically it's on this mountain here, which is between the Insane Asylum and Whiterun. You know, so if you look on the map, and you look on the tundra, and it is in the central mountain, the Lonely Mountain, or Erebor if you would like so. But another thing I do need to do, which I want to go back over again, is the book that I got from fuck's sake, from the boat. Just gotta find, where is it now? Do I not have the book? Did I? Oh, I must have grabbed the, no, fuck. I didn't even grab the book. The last book, it doesn't give you that, it doesn't give you that much. It just gives you a little bit more story. I'll leave you lot to find that book and read that book for yourself. It gives you that last little bit of story. But we did also go over the armor I got from the asylum. So let's go quick recap on that. Alien silver armor increases shock resistance by 100%, increases your health by 150 points, health regenerates 2% faster. The Alien silver boots increases your stamina by 150 points, wearer is muffled and moves silently, carrying capacity increased by 150 points. Alien silver gauntlets, unarmed strikes do 75 additional damage, two-handed attacks do 70% more damage. Alien silver helmet increases your magic by 150 points, increases magic resistance by 50%. And the Alien silver shield, while blocking, creates a ward that protects against spells for up to 80 points, increases armor rating by 100 points, for seconds nearby opponents take 8 points of shock damage and half magic damage. And me actually equipping that shield. And the weapon that we got was Lined Slag. As you can see, it's based off Volundrung. Damage is 112, so it's not too shabby. But it will be stronger if you're more leveled up in two-handed weapons. Targets takes 100 points of shock damage and half as much magic damage. If target dies within 20 seconds, fills the soul gem. Now, just as a nice little extra bonus with this for this thing, I changed its impact data in the mod. So when you hit something, normally you wouldn't get that raw weapon and it would just hit him. But with this one, you get a nice little bit of a thunderstormy kind of thing going on. Just nothing that I thought was a nice little touch. But we're going to go back to using the actual spider sword. Get the shield back on. Now I did actually forget in the last recording that didn't save, which actually is pretty good, useful thing that I did. I also got 3 spell tomes from the thingamajiggy, the asylum, from killing the captain. We have Bran Ulf, summon Bran Ulf to your aid. Summon Electric Cat, and summon Isbjorn, or Isbjorn. So we're just going to quickly just go over those, very quickly, just so you can see. Once the thing wants to be nice to me. So the first one we have is Bran Ulf. It does take a... Is it not a... Is it? Yeah, right hand. Right, there you go. So Bran Ulf. It does take a few seconds to charge. It doesn't charge straight away, you have to give it a few seconds. And as you see, Bran Ulf. Bran Ulf. He's just basically a fire wolf. He's a wolf of fire. Now, all these summons, they are stronger versions of their counterparts. of their other normal summons. But also, they do have a chance. I think they have a chance of paralyze, and they do have a chance of an attack that will basically force push people, so they will go flying when they're hit. So that's Brown Ulf. The next one we have is Electrisk Cat, which is basically just a saber cat, a veil saber cat. Okay, unfortunately, I couldn't really make him very electrical, unfortunately. But you know, it's a ghost kitty. He's a bit big as well, I will grant you. But ghost kitty. And then the last one, which is Ispion. Again, just gotta give it a few seconds to charge up. But it's basically, it's just a snow bear. Big snow bear. You know. So basically, so you can either summon a saber cat, a polar bear, or a firewolf. So now that's that out of the way, we are now going to go up these stairs, up to the entrance to the chamber. Up we go, bit by bit, going up, bit by bit, going up, getting stuck, get out of my way. And carry on going up. Now, again, as I did mention in the last recording, I was going to set this to try and be a puzzle, but when I was trying to do it, certain aspects of it wasn't working for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. I was most likely programmed getting putting the wrong code in somewhere on changing how the routine works and stuff like that. But you know, I just made it look nice at least anyway, or at least a bit ooh. But the way you get in past the face, because you can't just walk up to the face and open the door, it don't work, you know. Rub his nose, bop, 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 bop. If you go to the statue that's nearest the door, you'll see on here there's a button. Just press the button. You have to give it a few seconds, and then basically the face just opens up, and then you can go in. Okay, there's an iron helmet here for some reason. There's a random iron helmet, I don't know why. So, we got chamber preparation. Now, unfortunately, there was only one thing I could not reset in getting this all reset back up. Now, normally, when you come in here, there would be like a few, little tiny, spot those fire spiders that you find on Solstheim. And there's also another one, but that's a lot bigger, called Charachnid. But unfortunately, I couldn't. I couldn't reset. So unfortunately, you won't see me fight them. But they're nothing. They're nothing too difficult or extremely hard. So we want to go here. Pull the lever. Down we go. I'm quite happy how I set that gate up. Ha ha ha. And the first room is the Walk of Faith. Which I hate this fucking room. Well, I hate coming back through it. It was bad enough going through it in the first place and then coming back through it. Just to get this all set back up again so you didn't miss too much. Ain't nice. But in this room, if you have a very bad case of the fear of heights, that just, that can affect you even if it's something that isn't actually technically real to a degree. So even if you're say you're extremely high height in a game and it makes you feel a bit this room may not go very well for you. But first of all, we're going to grab this book again. Faith of Life. Walk along the path of faith to find your way. Always allow the blue grace of our Lord to keep you safe. Never give in to the temptation of the fiery red of our keeper of the dead. The green grace of our Lord's wife will guide you back if you stray from the Lord's path. Thou greed is not a virtue. The purple guide of the Lord's agent will lead you to gifts from our Lord. So with that book, you want to mainly concentrate on the colours. So basically blue, green, red, purple. We are in the first room. This is the Walk of Faith. Now you can probably see why it's not very nice for people who have a fear of heights. It's very high up, and obviously, as you can see, there's no distinguished path. For example, I'm gonna charge up this fire spell and aim it there, but there should be a path there. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It just goes straight down there, and boom, very far down. But if I was to walk forward, la la la, I don't fall down. Now, so to get through this, you always head to the blue lights. Now, the paths themselves, they're always straight to basically to its degree. They're always straight. You never need to say like get to here and then turn off and go that way, and then turn off and go left or turn off and go right. Because if you do, you are gonna fall. All you gotta do is just go in a straight line up until you get to a statue that has a blue light. It's only then do you turn and go to the next nearest statue to you. So in this case, it'd be that one over there. So we head over that way. And then we turn again and we head to that one. You best try and line yourself up best with the statue as much as you can, and then just go forwards. Then we get to this one, and then you can see there's one down there. Why is it down there? La la la. I fell a little bit. Just to give a little bit of panic into people, because I'm an asshole. And we just go over this one. Now, lucky enough, the invisible paths themselves are kind of wide-ish, so you do get a bit of leniency, but the best bet is to obviously try and not push it, because otherwise you will just fall in the end. And another drop down. But for me, what makes this room even worse is there's no echo. Well, there's probably a little bit of echo. Oh, there's no echo. Yeah, it doesn't echo, which is kind of weird for a cave room in the first place. And there's no music. There's no sound. There's just light ambient noise. Have a listen. Complete silence. No music. No sounds coming from any animals or any humans. All you have is this room and the sound of my voice. Just makes it just a little bit creepy. Oh, there's no drop down. Oh, come on, why turn so much? Don't fucking turn something, for fuck's sake. I don't want to get halfway across here and then fall to my death. So it's not going to be fun. But yeah, it just gives it that slight little creep factor that the cave doesn't echo. There's no sound. There's no music. It's just. I mean, you might be able to hear the cars outside of my apartment, but it's just a slight rumble, and that's it. Right. So when you get to this one, you do need to. It's easier to do this one by going first view, because you have to head to the one that's slightly turned a little bit, and you just go that way. Because if you try and do it with it in third person, it kind of blocks your view. The other statue blocks your view, so you can't see it. So next we want to go to this one over there. So apart from that statue there, you always want to go to the one that's facing you. Apart from that statue, that's the only one that's not facing you. There we go here. Now, we got two different ones here. We got red statues there and blue statues there. But you can see the blue statues have red lights. Yeah, it's blue statues, but the torches are red. Whereas on that side, the statues are red, but the torches are basically the same as the blues. So which one do you go for? Well, lucky enough I know which one it is, but we've got to get there alive first. So, probably instinctively, you would first probably go to that blue one over there, most likely. And if that's the case, you would be right, because if you go to the red one over there, you'll get very near that chest, and then you will just drop and fall, and probably most likely die. Unless you have a shit ton of health, then you won't die. But lucky enough, down there are some banshees down there. You might be able to see one just about there, where my crosshair is. That do a lot of damage, but cannot be killed. Because they've been set up to be basically to be unkillable. So we want to go to this we want to go to the one that is on the right of this statue. So let's go over there now. See, the torch is a different colour because I want to make people think. It's like, which do you do? Do you do the blue light or the red light, or do you go for the blue statues or the red statues? So you get into this chest. Look in the chest. As you'll see, there's something in here called the Star of Umaril, which will come into fruition near the ender, near the ender, nearing the end of this dungeon. So we're going to take that, and you can see there's also a Daedric bow, Daedric sword, or Daedric battle axe. Now you could take all three. I'm only going to take the sword, but there will be a reason why. But basically, in the simplest, easiest way to explain it, is basically at the end, near the end, you can create an item, you can create a weapon, but it's either, but since you have to use speciality items to make it, which there's only literally one in the game of the speciality items, which all three speciality items are in the dungeon, its dungeon itself. You can only make one. You have to choose between either the bow, the sword, or the battle axe. Unless, of course, you're on PC, then you can just use console commands and just add and just basically spawn in either the weapons themselves or the items that you need to make the weapons. But I'm going to take a sword because obviously I mainly use the sword. So we now go ahead back. Hi. So we want to go back. So basically now we just want to head to that statue on the furthest away from us. So we're going to go there now. Hopefully. I don't misjudge this. No, we're good. And then we're going to head to the one that's holding the book. To the Chamber of Concentration. Now, last recording, this took me a fair few minutes to actually get through all the time, which is a real pain in the ass. So as you can see, we're in some kind of maze here. Doors everywhere. And you can see there's a blue light over there. You got a green light over there. And over there, if you look, it's a ghost. There's ghosts everywhere. No, it's not a bug in the. No, it's not a bug in the game. I've set up the doors to basically open and close by themselves, as you probably just saw there. they can open and close by themselves, into the ways to try and create some kind of disorientation. So we want to go this way because even though it's hard to see because it moves, but if you look at there, it's kind of purple. Now going back to the book again, to Faith is Life. Thou greed is not a virtue. The purple guide of the Lord's agent will lead you to gifts from our Lord. So if you follow this purple light, it will lead you to some treasure. So we're gonna go and get that treasure. See, to follow the purple light. If you can't see it on the ground, always look around on the walls because it does move about the place. So if you can't see it on the ground, look at the wall, look on the ceiling, look on the walls, and you'll most likely see if there's purple light. And we want to go this way, and through this one. Then we want to look left because it's green over there. More purple. Purple over that way. Purple's that. You got purple light down there. Are we going this way? No, that's green. And there's the treasure chest there. But we go around here. Big bug. Woo. Ah, big bug. Oh. 80 silver shield. And time to fight the bug. Fight the bug. Kill the bug. So there are some enemies in this dungeon. There isn't like loads and loads and loads, but there are some. This is a chorus ripper. You know, don't have anything special. It's just basically like a big, strong bug. So we want to look in this chest. We found the treasure we're looking for. Got 5 grand. And you get like two or three random items. Nothing, you know, they'll just be like enchanted items of some kind. But what you want to mainly grab is the void ingot, however you want to pronounce it. So we're going to grab that. So that's now 2 out of 3. We now have 2 out of 3. So we want to quickest way back through here. Let's just go for there, and bosh. Yeah, there. So we've got 2 out of 3. So there's one more speciality item left to grab. So we just now need to go and get out of the dungeon. Well, out of the maze. Just gotta find our way back now. Easiest way is obviously just find a way back to the book. I think it's this way. And this way. And here we are. So we're back in the blue. So I'm just gonna follow the blue path. I can go the green path because if you seem to get a bit lost and you can't seem to find the blue path, look for the green, and it will eventually lead you back to a blue. If you choose the right way, anyway, it will lead you back to a blue. But we're just gonna mainly follow the blue light. Go wherever the blue light is. It's down here. Lucky enough. See, this means sometimes you will come into this, and like the doors will just be opened up for you. But then sometimes you do just suddenly close, and then when you come across them again, they are closed. So lucky enough, that's a green. So we're going this way. More blue. You blue, green or red? Blue. Right, we're going this way. And we gotta go up this way. Is it this one? Yep. Oh, big bug. Wait. Come here, buggy. Ah. Ah, bug. Ah. I'm now gonna rip into the ripper. Look at he's quite a sizable bug. Pretty big. He's a pretty big bastard. Ah, and he's dead. But lucky enough, my spider sword's pretty good. It paralyzes, so he can't attack. So fuck him. We go through here into the next part, and we are going straight. No, that's green. Here we are. Blue light over here. That's a red light. Blue light. Green light. Blue light. I think that was blue. Was that blue? Yeah. Green light. Blue light. Blue light. Again. Hey, don't be rude. Open up. No, don't be rude. Right. We are now in the next part of this one. Now, unless you have your game modded up to such a way where you can basically survive pretty much any fall or anything like that, because you got fucking like 15 quintillion health, then you can just jump down. But I don't have 15 quintillion health, so I can't jump down. In the case of that, you will either need a mod that allows you to jump further, or you will need you need whirlwind sprint, because otherwise you're not going to be able to make some of the jumps that are in this, because you are just going down and just down and down and down. Hence why it's called the dark descent, because you're just going down, 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 down. We are going to save it here very quickly. I'm actually going to save it in a completely different one, just in case everything fucks up again. So we are now going to head down the dark descent. It may take a few minutes. He's got to jump. I mean, some of these you'll be able to jump just by natural means. Some of these you will need a brawl and sprint. But unfortunately, I can't remember which ones I need brawl and sprint for. Shit. I think this is one where I'll need brawl and sprint. I think this is the one where I'll need it. So I'm going to use it. Alright. Might need it for this one as well, actually. We'll try it. Go. Right. Oh, shit. Fuck. Bollocks. Shit. Cunt. Ass motherfucker. Whee! Bollocks. Right. See, I may end up dying a couple of times. Probably most of the time because of by means of my own stupidity. Alright, so let's go again. So we'll try again. So that one you can just jump. That one you can just run. Warm and sprint. Warm and sprint. Right. We're gonna jump here. And I'm gonna jump here. This one just bolts off the edge like that. But you have to do this bit, just jump across here like so. Oh, no, oh, fucking bullshit. Oh, to the bottom I go. Whee! Over and over and over again. I know, yeah, probably the darkness doesn't help, but, you know, fuck it. Right, one sprint. Whee! Yep. If it just takes too many times, I won't, you know, I'll probably just do a jump cut of every fucking time I die or something. Yep. Down we go. Hopefully this time we'll get a bit further. Hopefully. Yeah. What's there? There. I think this was a whirlwind sprint jump. Right, we're getting there. I think this one you can just jump. Ow. Might hurt a little bit. No, when you jump, but you can just jump that one. Right, platform there. Platform here. Yep. Ow. Right, we're getting there. There's a gap here. Yep, I should be able to just jump this one. And jump that one. I think this was a whirlwind sprint one. And jump. And then this one is just a jump. Ew, just about. Carry on. And then jump. Jump. Get a bit thin there. Right. Now, the final item you need to find to get the weapon there in the end is in here, so I will be keeping an eye out for that. Actually, I'm just going to quickly save it here, just in case either one, I die again, so I don't have to do the whole fucking thing again, because fucking bollocks to that. And also, just in case if I miss where the you need to go to get the item. Right, so this is definitely a whirlwind sprint. Oh, what's this? I think this one you can just jump this one. Huh? Shit. Fuck shit. Fuck shit. You might be able to just jump that one. I don't think that one you necessarily need to use the whirlwind sprint. I may just jumped a bit too early. So we're trying again. Even if I die this time around, then I'll just use whirlwind sprint. Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, last time I just jumped just a little bit too early. Let me at this. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright. Jump. And a bit of tightrope. Shit. Fuck shit. Fuck shit. Fuck shit. Fuck shit. Fuck shit. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. So no, because I know before I've been able to do this in one fucking go. Just like go down. Dun, 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 dun. I keep fucking dying at every fucking corner. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Alright, try again. Right. I know you can do this, Matty, you want to sprint because I fucking did it last time, motherfucker! Oh my. Well, that's the item. Alright, we're actually going to just try this whirlwind sprint. Right. Who's that? Fuck it. I'm just going to whirlwind sprint it. Alright, so this is a bit of a tightrope kind of escalating here. Just go a little bit careful. Yeah. Tight squeeze, but you can get past that. I think this was another whirlwind sprint. Alright, whirlwind sprint there. And jump. And jump. And another jump. Up. And jump. Jump. And one more sprint. And jump. 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 So we're getting near to where the item is. You can see that you can see down there there's a green light. So we want to go there. We gotta go down to here. Now you can carry on just down that way and just go down, 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 down. Or if you go here, you come to here. Now you do need one sprint over to the green light. Bit of a tight squeeze there, but it is doable. I mean, you can just go around it. One sprint to the purple light and into the chest. And you can just see a couple of random items. 5 grand and Heart of Darkness. Now that's the last item we need. Now I'm going to save it here so I don't have to do all that shit again. I keep dying over and over and over again like a bloody lemon. Yes, I do want to overwrite the save data. Now, lucky enough there is a way down from here. You don't have to go back the way you came. Just go onto here. Go to here. And then you just one sprint over to here. And then you carry on. Going down. How much further have I got? Oh, I ain't got too much further, so we're getting near the end now. Just got a few pinickety platforms to do. Oh, fucking jumped off the edge. Just a few pinickety platforms. Yep. Right, and then, we're pretty much at the, pretty much on the home stretch now. Yeah, it's got this spiraling bit going down. It's unfortunately it just gets a bit thinner as you go down. And unfortunately there are some bugs down here, unfortunately. Oh, fuck me. Where are you? Come here. Okay, that was the wrong piston thing. That was not what I wanted to use. That was not what I wanted to use. I wanted to use fucking solar wind. Ow! Fuck you, fucking bug. Come here. Die, you bastard. Hiya, hit you with shield. Hiya. And bleh. Dead, and dead. Right, that's all of them down. Now to the weapon that you can create at the end. So, you can see, I have the Heart of Darkness, Star of Umaril, and the Void Ignite. And you can see, lucky enough, there's a blacksmith forge here. Let's go on to this one. This is the first time I've ever used it on here, on this file. Dear Lord. And all you do is just go to the Daedric. And you'll see here you have Alien Black Axe, Alien Darkness Sword, and Alien Void Bow. And as you see, like for example, Darkness Sword, which is what I'll be creating. As you see, damage 411. It's fucking mad. But also absorbs 225 points of health, absorbs 225 points of magicka, absorbs 225 points of stamina. Burns the target for 450 points. Targets on fire take extra damage. If target dies within 5 seconds, fails the soul gem. So, if you go against something that isn't very resistant to magic, they're going to get absolutely fucking annihilated. And absolutely destroyed. If you go against something that's quite quite resistant to magic, which unfortunately Drakos is. It's still the thing's still going to get quite badly damaged because it's natural damage. So we are going to create this. Yes. Now, unfortunately, that is it. I can't. Now that I've created that, now I've created the darkness sword. For me now on here, I can know it's going to be impossible now for me to get the bow or the axe. It's going to be impossible. Because there's only one Star of Umaril, one Heart of Darkness, and one Void Ignite in the entire game. And I've just used it to create that sword. So we are going to save it because the next part is the actual fight against Drakos. The final crescendo of this long series of mods. So we are just going to quickly just sort a few bits of bobs out for this fight. Alright, so where is it? A Darkness Sword. I am definitely going to be on using that fucking thing. But I'm going to set the Dragon Priest dagger first because I'm going to want to use the Knights in the Mystic Tetra armor, which probably help me out quite a bit. And just do leveled up very quickly. Just increase my health. Oh no, I can't do any more damage to any more stuff up there. Can do a 1 power attack while sprint that does double critical damage. 10 power attacks do 20% that bonus damage with a chance. Right, we're gonna go for. Oh, I can't even go for Savage Strike. What? I gotta go for it stance. Fine. Go for that one. Alright. Because the book over here will lead you to where Drakos is. I'm gonna basically, because I don't know how long the fight against Drakos is going to take me, and obviously recording on PS4, I can only record up to 60 minutes. For anyone else who actually wants to do any recordings on PS4, if they got it, if you have a PS4, you can only record up to maximum 60 minutes. So. And I don't know how long the fight against Drakos is going to take. It may only take me 5 minutes. It may take me nearly a full hour. Because I may die a few times. So I will see you after this transaction. Hopefully, if this video fucking saves. And we're back. Let's carry on to get into fight Drakos. Just going to do any last second preparations. Dragon Red might be useful in this one because him try and get him down. I'm gonna give Sir Wing to get back on that onto there. Let's have weapon drawn. Fine. Get that. Just want to get that up straight off the bat. I'm not gonna use it. Not gonna equip it right now, but at least get it ready. And into the Paradox Prison, where we will bump into Drakos. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to do this because I may die once or twice. I mean, if it gets a little bit too hard, or if he's a little bit too strong, then I probably will make it a bit. I will put the difficulty down just a little bit, just so I can actually get it completed at least. But let's just try it on the mode I got it on now. And I just saw Wing. So yeah, this is the Paradox Prison, where you'll fight him. It's very apocrypha. Ooh. Yeah, but for some reason, some of the thing. Oh, there he was. There's Drakos. Oh, there he is. You see, he's not actually a fully. And we shall begin. And we shall die. Alright. Well, I definitely know straight off the bat, I'm definitely going to need to decrease difficulty because I had pretty much more health and he just wiped me out. So I think difficulty is definitely going to need to come down a little tiny bit, unfortunately. I'm going to put it on to Adept because I think I go for anything Expert would still be a little bit too difficult. So we're going to try it again. Give it another go. Make sure I've got everything else set up ready. Yep. Alright, let's try that again. I'm hoping that I don't have to go all the way down to Novice and still can't beat him. Otherwise then this episode's going to be uncompleted. It's going to be really annoying. But we shall see. If I have to go down to Novice, I will go down to Novice. I'd rather not go down to Novice, but if I have to, then I will. But my intention is to not go down to Novice. There it is. Alrighty. What? Right. Still not noticed me yet. Notice me? No, you're not going to notice me. Give it a... Sometimes it takes a bit of time to notice you for some reason. I don't know why. Not noticing me that very quickly. Come on. Hey! Where are you? Here. Stop flying away. Drakos. Not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Well, I did put it down on obviously the difficulty. I did put the difficulty down. Battle armor chest key that will come into fruition very shortly. And he has 50,341. Now obviously he was a bit easier that time around because I did obviously I did have to put the difficulty down. I do believe that I still wouldn't have been able to do that, not even on expert mode, because even just on an adept, he was still doing quite a bit of damage to me, considering that all the spells I had going on for me. But the sword I used did help quite a bit here, so that was very useful. So yeah, you don't get a soul for him, but I wanted to put that in for emergencies because he's a ghost. He's like a spirit, so you know, he doesn't have a soul. But that's the end. So that is the last fight of the Journey to Drakos. Again, as you saw, I had him on master, had everything set up the same apart from difficulty, and he managed to wipe me out in one hit. So, and at the moment, I basically got it on the equivalent of basically what's normal mode. So yes, again, some people find them easy, some people who'd be a bit of a challenge. So we're gonna go. So now you got to go back through this book to get back to the beginning. So you get back to the chamber of preparation. But before we drop down, what might be worth we look at is this chest here. So you can't. So for example, jump up here using a mod that increases your jump, and then get the chest at the end of the thing anyway. Because it does require the key, which is obviously the key that you get from Drakos himself. Inside you'll find 50 grand. Now, you got, so for example, like you got Hands of Dark and Hands of Light. Now there's two basic sets of armor, there's Ebony and there is Elven. Obviously the Ebony is heavy, the Elven is light. All the enchantments are exactly the same. The only difference is obviously what armor it's on. So just go through these. So Hands of Dark or Hands of Light, depending on which one you pick. Increases armor rating by 150 points. Bows do 100% more damage. Block 80% more damage with your shield. One-handed attacks do 100% more damage. Two-handed attacks do 100% more damage. Weapons and armor can be improved 150% better. Increases your enchanting skill by 150 points. So, I don't think it's too shabby. Consider. Boots of Dark. Increases armor rating by 150 points. Carrying capacity increased by 300 points. Wearer is muffled and moves silently. Enemy power attacks will stagger the attacker. Helmet of Dark, all will be the same as with Helmet of Light. Alteration spells cost 150% less to cast. Conjuration spells cost 150% less. Destruction spell costs 150% less. Illusion spells cost 150% less. Restoration costs 150% less. Increases your armor rating by 200 points. Increases your magicka by 300 points. And finally, you got what would be the same as you got Gilded Armor of Light, but the enchantments for both of them would be the same. Increases armor rating by 350 points. Increases your health by 500 points. Health regenerates 300% faster. Increases magic resistance by 200%. So all in all, I think a set of armor that will basically make you extremely hard to kill. But obviously, since I've been mainly going for the light armor, I'm gonna put on. So this is how my armor rating at the moment is 791. That's my armor rating right now. So let's put on the Boots of Light, the Gilded Armor of Light, Hands of Light, Helmet of Light. As you can see now, my armor rating is 1,543. My magicka is 620. My health is 1,140. My stamina hasn't gone up though, so I'm actually going to increase that one. Yeah, as you can see, this armor basically makes you. It kind of makes you nearly fucking invincible, or at least extremely hard to kill. At least extremely hard to kill. We're going to increase some more on here. We're going to get Eagle Eye. So we got that. We got all of that now. What does it do with the thing? So Alien Darkness Sword is at 472. It looks like the weapons haven't gone up much, but maybe it's because it's so high. It doesn't register. Maybe I'm not 100% sure. But no, 472 for a weapon for a sword damage. I ain't gonna argue. So that's it. That's it for Drakos. And then all you gotta do is just go down these platforms here. Drop down there. Drop down there. And leave. And that's it. That is Drakos done. Also, the fight actually took me a lot less time than I thought. But again, I had to obviously turn down the difficulty because there was no way I was going to be able to do it on the difficulty I had. So, we are done with Drakos. The only thing I got to do now, actually, I know earlier on in the videos I said that I'll leave you lot to go and read it and tra la la. But I'm actually going to go back and because obviously I wanted to read the book that was left by Uncle Jack in the Barakaharu, but obviously due to the whole video not saving the first time around when I recorded it, when I read it, I haven't read it for this time around. So I'm just gonna quickly, yep. So I'm just gonna quickly go off and do that now. You know, I might as well go for the whole hog. So let's go and read the book, and then I'm actually gonna start. I'm gonna start slowly moving my stuff from the Barakaharu to the from the House of Jacks to the Barakaharu, because I would just prefer to live on the boat. Nice. Mainly because it's more useful, because it's mainly more useful because you have all the like blacksmithing stuff that you'll have at the House of Jacks, but you also have all the merchants here as well. Whereas in the House of Jacks you don't have that, but you do have the Psychomantium. So I'm gonna get off to doing that. So here's the book that was unfortunately in the unsaved recording. Location of Drakos' chamber. This just gives you, obviously, again, as I said previously, just gives you a bit more story, tiny bit more story and stuff like that. So let's go and have a read, shall we? Drakos' chamber location. Isaac. I think I have found the location of Drakos' chamber, but I will not fully reveal its location until I have searched it myself and confirmed that it is the very place I have been looking for many years. What I will share with you now is that it can be found in Skyrim, hidden away within the tundra. We shall be exploring the very area tonight, under the cover of darkness, to avoid being seen. I don't know what we will find in the area, and I believe it is Drakos' chamber. But I will expect there to be an elven influence, alien architecture. But after a bit of more research, I believe that there may also be some Dwemer influence, since they seem to have influence within Skyrim. This explains why the lock to the entrance from my research can only be activated by one of the Elvish blood, or maybe even possibly the Circle Dragon Ball. But for now, I'll just use the Elvish blood. If my niece or nephew, who has inherited my house, is reading them, I will presume that you have now taken over ownership of the Barakaharu, which can only mean that I died searching the chamber, and the captain has kept his promise. After all, I did pay him a higher price than he asked, so you get the boat. If this is the case, then hopefully Drakos' chamber will lay undiscovered under the Lonely Mountain. Unless you want to try and find it yourself, I will let you know that to find the entrance to what I presume to be Drakos' chamber, head for the blue flag of the map in my house, and you will find your way. But it is also said that it will only appear when the one who seeks it is ready, and then they shall find what they seek. So if you seek this cave and cannot find it, then give it time and train your body and soul. So that was the last book. So he said in there about obviously you have to, if you can't find it, then you have to train your body and soul. The only reason why I put that in the book was because it's sort of like I released episode 1, and then a week later I released episode 2, a week later episode 3, and so on and so forth. So obviously they would have had the Baraka Haru, and they would have read the book, and then they would have tried to find the chamber. Obviously not find it, kind of thing. So just to try and tie in the story for a little bit, is that when you take over the Baraka Haru, your body wasn't ready, your mind wasn't ready, your character was not ready to find the chamber until obviously I actually released it. So that's that's where that kind of ties in. Therefore, I put there in it as a touch. And the reason why the whole thing about the puzzle with the elvish blood or the dragonborn was originally obviously it was all like, if I managed to get the puzzle, the lock puzzle thing to work, which unfortunately I didn't get it to work, then at least then it's like, if you were playing a Nord, then obviously having it as just elvish blood obviously wouldn't work because you're a Nord. So obviously I put the dragonborn in there to cover that fact, because obviously at the end of it you fight a dragon. So who else would they want to let in apart from, who else would definitely want to let in? Obviously the dragonborn, the only person who can kill a dragon fully. And that's about it. That's it for the Journey to Drakos. So in the next episode, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do just yet. But I still have the Cave of the Unknown Woman to do, but I'm trying to figure out how to get that one to work in video, because there are a couple of rooms in that one that are very dark. Or at least there's one room that's almost pitch fucking black. And using the nighttime and all that doesn't really work too well. So I think after this I will actually be getting on to doing the other treasure hunt that I have, because I haven't actually done that one yet. And I said it quite a while ago I was going to do that, but I completely fucking forgot about it. So in the next episode we will be starting on the second treasure hunt. Just want to find out where. So we will be getting onto the second treasure hunt, especially now that I know that I can do it, because there's, I think it's one of the chests, it might be two of the chests, but I'm not 100% sure, but I definitely know one of the chests, no, there's two of them, there's two of the chests are in places that you can only get into if you either get to a certain point in the main story, or do certain quests that lead you to a certain location. So we will be getting onto that episode on the next episode. And just in case if anyone does fancy doing these treasure hunts, or does the Cult of Nidhogg and gets this piece of armor, and this shield, I think I might have mentioned it in the previous video, but I'll mention it again. Do not put them either on a mannequin or the shield racks, because they obviously have that push effect, which obviously you've seen throughout the videos. And the problem is that if you put it on the mannequin or the shield rack, it still has that effect, and it does affect you, so you will be pushed as well. So it's a good idea to not put them on. So if you're going to store them anywhere, you just store them in a chest, or what, or wherever you store like your particular items or anything like that. But to not put them on the mannequins or shield rack, because otherwise you are just gonna get fucking pushed, basically. And do I have any more to put up in there? Nope. That's it with the Doverking. I'm just sorting a few items out, getting a few items up here. I know the Daedric essentially that would be fine. What else? I'm pretty sure I had more than just that one. Huh? Wait a minute. Well, actually, no, they might be whacking me microphone there. Actually, no, they might be at the thing, aren't they? At the House of Jacks. And that's all the armors I can put up there for the moment. So, if you like this video, please remember to like it, give it a thumbs up, and to also subscribe, because more subscribers, or new people to the channel, more subscribers is always nice. But again, at the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to subscribe. Please remember to share this video as well with your friends, and to also come and find me on Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date with any news that's going on with the channel, or any news that I decide to share about anything that's going on outside of the channel. Just in case you're interested. If you're not, then oh well, it's information at least, isn't it? So and all you gotta do for that is just search in Neon Eye. I mean, you're intelligent people. I'm pretty sure you can type in Neon Eye into the search bars and those. I'm pretty sure you people are smart people. But until the next time, I'll see you all later. That is one big apple pie.